Welcome to the Legion Outriders podcast, your source for the latest Legion news, opinion, and analysis. And now, the Outriders.
Hello, Outriders, and welcome to episode 138 of the Legion Outriders podcast, a podcast devoted to Star Wars and Star Wars Legion. I'm Outrider Matt, and with me today, Outrider Dan. And returning to the show by popular demand, it's Outsider Dan. How's it going, fellas?
Hello.
Oh, yeah, so it's a Double Dan episode again.
Yes.
Double D, here we go.
No, let's stop. I already regret everything.
Well, speaking of double, we've got a double-sized episode of info.
Yes, we do. Lots of information to cover. But before we get started, we'd like to take a second to thank our patrons that make recording and publishing the show possible. If you'd like to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/Legion Outriders. On today's show, as mentioned, it was a mini-stravaganza.
It was a mega-stravaganza.
Mega. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, considering what they have already revealed on the previous attempt at a stravaganza. I'm actually surprised they had this much info to give us, but they gave us.
Yeah, pretty, well, at least for the Legion folks. I had one of my buddies who was like, man, there wasn't a whole lot of X-Wing in there. I was like, I didn't notice. But anyways.
I'm not going to say anything about Armada.
No, it was implied. You didn't need to say the thing out loud. Anyways. Yeah, so we got a lot of that to talk about. Lots of reveals, cards, sculpts, all that kind of stuff to be gleaned from the streams. But before we get in under that stuff, what have you guys been up to? Any games? Any hobby?
Just printing. So still working on Table 2. I have a project for work, actually. I'm got a bunch of prints to do.
Okay. Wait, for work?
Yeah, for work. I mean, it's for my own personal use. It's to.
Are you blending your hobby time with your work time?
Yeah, well, I mean,
He's getting paid to do it.
I wish. No, actually, it's to make my own workflow more efficient. I'm building little racks to hold the watches and things like that. But anyway,
I see. All right. Well, that's fair.
Anyway,
I know you've been recalibrating your paint scheme for your pikes too.
I've done 2 sample paint schemes on my pikes, and I've not liked either of them. So. What I have painted up so far, I think, is going to be hitting the simple green real soon, just so I can make another attempt.
It's really funny because you're trying to do like the 80s Star Tour orange and blue uniforms, which I don't know why you would think that something that looks hideous in real life would look really good on the table.
No, the biggest issue I'm having is just dealing with orange.
Yeah,
orange.
Is
I've heard white and yellow are difficult colors, but orange is just as bad.
It's just a weird color when you put it on something.
I'm not finding a good way to shade it. Yeah. Though I've heard purple is actually the best
shade
color for orange.
El Jefe was talking about that in our chat, but
which is weird. But
Outsider Dan, how about you?
Actually, I got a couple of Battle Force games in. Which are
that's
fun.
cool.
Yeah,
all right.
Just I'm a Rebel player, so just having fun with doing the kind of a superhero, just all the rebels, commanders and operatives. Kind of thing, the Wonder Twins with Han and Chewie and everything.
How'd that go?
It's okay.
Maybe another game or two.
It's fun to just be able to field so many operatives and commanders and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of points for a very few amount of models.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's novel. I'll put it at that.
Okay. Something to break up the tedium of your normal game.
Yeah. Welcome to clones.
Right.
A lot of points, little models.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of clones. Okay. Actually, I have nothing to say about clones, but I'm just I'm ready to go for Ella, so I'm going to be leaving this Friday coming up, and really looking forward to it. I'm going to have it was a blast last year, and I'm sure it's going to be just as fun this year. And getting to actually I'll be meeting up with some friends I haven't seen in a while out there too. But just got to think about a way to. In my mind, I think I know how I'm going to pack it all because I'm trying to avoid having anything checked in, but I'm going to be there for a week, so I've got my carry-on bag. I'll be maximizing. Luckily, I'll be staying at a friend's house for part of it, so I can do laundry, so that's going to be
smart.
But I want to make sure all the models, survive the trip on out.
Considering the way airports and airplanes and flights have been lately.
Yeah, I want to try and mitigate as many factors as possible for me arriving with my stuff.
Just expect to spend the night in an airport. I've been there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, actually, that's my one concern. Coming back, I mean, it's the lower priority, but I'm leaving like at 9:30 at night. So I'm like, yeah, those are the ones that get bumped.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, how about some Star Wars news?
Oh, continuing trend from last time. It's actually not a lot of news going around, but we're still on the
not so much.
The low period in between Celebration dumping a bunch of stuff and then Andor is yet to come out. Though the Emmy nominations came out. And I don't know if anyone cares about the Emmys anymore. But Book of Boba Fett got 4 nominations, and Visions got 1 nomination.
Vision? Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that, the one opening one, the Ronin, the whatever it was.
That was very neat.
That was
cool.
pretty cool.
I love that episode.
I mean, they made a book out of it, too.
Yeah.
So.
And other than that, really, Andor and the crew and actors are just been doing the press circuit and promos for Andor.
Lots of pictures coming out.
But no new real information has really hit on that. But Andor is coming out August 31st, so closer than we really
around
thought.
the corner.
Right around the corner. So.
Yeah, very exciting. You gonna watch it?
Of course.
Kind of redundant question. You're trying to kill airtime here?
No, we got lots of.
Lots of. So, Ministravaganza.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
we're going to play this regular, and then people have to listen at like double time because there's so much information, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna
like.
I was at work for Thursday and Friday, so I was trying to tune in on very unreliable mobile internet, trying to stream that. So
but you didn't have to, because we had awesome people cribbing notes for us.
Yeah, so I did rewatch them as much as I could when I got home.
Oh, really? You did? Okay. I heard Simone's mic was extremely loud.
I think it's just Simone is extremely loud.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay, you know.
You didn't need to eat the microphone.
So Thursday, we got a lot of cards and a lot of talk about stuff that we had, of course, already heard, and even some things that had already been on the Asmodee store. So, of course, the first thing on the block is the man Doe himself.
Yes.
Din Djarin.
You see what you did there. I'm not a fan.
Yes. So we got his card. So this is interesting, and I'd like your Rebel perspective on this.
Oh my God, yes.
Because he can go in Empire or Rebels, 105 points, which seems like a steal.
Well, actually, it's going to be 120. Let's be honest. He's going to be always going in with his jetpack. It's 120 base.
He is 5 health, 3 courage, like most Mandos. Red defense die, of course.
Love it.
Surge to crit, surge to block. Arsenal 2, which is interesting because he only has 1 weapon on his actual card.
That is a weird keyword, but yeah.
But he's going to have some more add-ons to help with that.
Yeah.
Bounty, so this will be the first Rebel bounty. Finally, you've already got
Really?
Secret Mission.
I mean,
Come
how many
on.
people play bounties?
Bounty
at
is
this
just fun. Like, well, with his.
Okay,
all
it's fun.
Continue,
It's not
continue.
fun,
Right,
but
continue.
it's
Continue.
not
yeah.
We'll get to his rifle.
Okay.
Impervious, which is standard for El Mandos. Independent aim and dodge 1. So don't give him a command.
Porque no los dos?
Yeah. And on top of that, tactical 1.
Just to sweeten the deal.
So yeah,
just to sweeten it up.
I heard you like aim tokens.
Yeah. Most impressive.
He has 2 training slots, a comm slot, 2 gear slots, and an arsenal slot.
Oh boy.
Vibro knife, melee, 2 black, lethal 1. I mean, since he has enough aim tokens anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not Pierce.
As well.
Yep. And then Din's modified pistol, 1 to 2, 2 red, 1 black, lethal 1, long shot 1, versatile.
I mean, it's just a plethora of just amazingness.
Yeah. So naked, like without any upgrades, this guy is just packed to the gills.
Yeah, you do need to use those aim tokens though, because nothing's naturally baked in. You know, you're not getting just Pierce 1 or anything. You're gonna have to spend those to get the extra effectiveness out of there.
I mean, it's Cassian's pistol,
Yes.
baked in.
Yes.
With all this other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the whole independent thing is amazing.
Yeah. So, is there any reason like Cassian was already like a highly played Rebel character because he is so good? Does this replace Cassian?
No. So I was actually I was thinking about this. Like, you bring Din, you bring Cassian with his sniper run, with the bounty. You pretty much have you're gonna kill whoever you want, and you get a point guaranteed in a game. Like, it's it's a
Well,
beautiful
let's
thing.
talk about the rifle upgrade.
Yeah.
Here. But Din's Amban rifle, it is a unique upgrade.
Yes.
3 black dice, and what's that little?
That's melee.
That's
a melee thing.
So
Yeah.
the
Melee
easiest,
thing.
I know, this has been confusing a lot of people,
Yeah.
and the easiest way to break this down is the upper half of the card and the bottom half of the card
Are separate.
two separate
Right.
things. Just think of them two separate things
Yes.
Okay, it's got a mobilize 2 and suppressive.
for the melee.
For the melee.
Right. Then, action, 2 actions. If you are not engaged, perform a speed 1 move, then choose an enemy unit in line of sight. Roll 1 red attack die. If the result is a hit or crit, the chosen unit suffers 1 wound and gains 1 suppression token.
The key thing here is it bypasses defense dice,
It
Yes.
is auto,
10
yes.
points.
So
auto point,
to auto
hit.
damage
Yes.
in Legion
which is
on somebody with bounty.
yes, exactly. That is what I'm talking about. This is a
A
beautiful
whole wound?
thing.
A beautiful thing or a broken thing?
Well, okay.
It's leading to be a broken thing.
So it's 115 points to get 1 wound.
We'll bring it in like a Cassian, and now you get two wounds per turn. You can kill Yoda, whoever you want.
If you're leaving your target in line of sight, sure.
Well,
It's
going to change
it's
the
not
game.
a bad thing, but I think you guys are maybe,
It-
making a bigger deal about it. Than,
I mean, it hasn't been brought up yet, but infinite range. There is
Yes.
no range
Yep.
stipulation on this. Sure, it takes both of your actions, but you get a speed 1 move out of it,
Yeah.
which gives you tactical, because although this thing doesn't use
does it
aim
though?
tokens in any way. But
Right,
yeah,
it does-
so it's like, I guess,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess that point is moot. Sorry,
Okay.
but you're still gaining tokens. Anyway,
Okay, sure.
I mean, honestly, this is, and I brought this up a little bit before. What's interesting about this is now introducing into Legion something where they're now bypassing rules, right? So they're bypassing defense dice, which has always been something you do. So we're bypassing it. So what future things they're going to start bypassing?
Okay.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
your slippery slope,
Yeah. Yeah.
logical fallacy
Yeah.
here. It's a character. It's a special character who's got a special rule. Well, actually, times 2, because
Times, yeah.
we'll see later.
Yeah, we'll
but,
see.
I mean, if you're going to have that kind of stuff, then yes, a character like Mando is exactly where you want to see it.
right.
And
so,
then you bring on Grogu.
Do we have to?
Yeah,
I mean, absolutely we do.
yeah,
we do. I mean, he's going to heal you.
Are
Or
we
he's
done
gonna-
talking about Din? Is there more to talk about
well,
here?
Well,
there's
there's
some more upgrades, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're together, right?
Well, yeah. Let's finish out Din first
All right,
here.
fine.
You already talked about the jetpack. Din only, 15 points. It's going to take up one of those gear slots. Increase your maximum speed by 1. You gain jump 2.
So he'll be a total of a 3 speed with the jetpack.
yeah. So it takes him from a walking Mandalorian to a standard flying Mandalorian.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
Which is great for him because they seem to really want to make him a melee character. Like really get in there, like, his Din's Ambin rifle is a melee weapon, he has his arsenal and all of this other stuff.
Yeah.
It's really trying to make him get in there.
So he can arsenal both the knife and the Amban rifle
Right.
for what's that? 5 black, lethal 1, immobilize 2,
Or you can
suppressive.
just use his
Exactly.
pistol to versatile out of there.
Or yeah, if you need to hit 2 targets, you can versatile out of that too.
Exactly.
So
You got options.
Yeah.
Which,
Or even another melee option, Din's flame projector.
all right with that.
Melee to 1, Din only. Blast, spray, suppressive, 1 red die. I mean, this is kind of being the standard for newer flamethrowers coming out, is adding suppressive on there, which isn't on some of the older ones.
You got to
There's-
think
yeah.
they're going to be running around screaming and shrieking, just like,
So why
when
don't the
you're on
snowtrooper
fire,
flamethrowers have that?
Well,
Yeah, maybe.
they don't have Din's flame projector.
Yeah,
Okay? It's just crappy Imperial issue.
Well, fire is fire.
Just yeah. Like, can I call your attention to the speeder bike scouts out there just shaking their scout pistols? Anyways,
All right. Well, we've left the little green goblin in the room aside. Grogu,
yep.
17 points, so not all that expensive.
No.
Counterpart Din, 1 health. Hunted. When Grogu is defeated, place his mini with an unclaimed the asset object token. Grogu may never be restored. Each trooper unit gains action, claim the asset. At the end of the game, if an enemy unit has claimed this objective token, the unit's controlling player gains a victory token. So he's basically a victory token carried around that your opponent can get.
Yeah.
If you can put enough wounds into Din for him to drop.
And you get to pay 17 points for that privilege.
Well, there's one other privilege you get to pay for.
Yes.
Latent power. At the end of your activation, you may gain 1 suppression token to roll a defense die. On a surge, choose an enemy unit at range 1, and that unit gains 2 suppression to immobilize.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so he's basically pulling the I'm holding the rhino in the air.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
On a blank result, remove a wound or poison token from a friendly non-droid trooper range 1 of this mini.
That's a 50% chance.
50% chance to hold or to heal.
Yes.
Now, do you roll it just to see, even if you don't have an enemy in range or don't have something to heal in range, just for that luck that you get something?
Well, if you don't have anything in range. I mean,
No, what if you have one half of it in range, not the other?
Yeah,
Okay.
roll.
I mean,
yeah,
it gives you
go for it.
it gives you
Why
a suppression
wouldn't you?
token.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, but Din's got 3 courage.
Yeah,
so
yeah, true.
It's probably all right.
Yep, and last keyword on there is small.
Yes, he is.
SMOL.
Small, yes.
So small.
So
I like it. I think it's really cool to have something with baked in. Guess what? You're now a bounty hunter over on the other side of the table because
So reverse bounty.
Yeah. I think that's a really cool way to do that, and it's very flavorful. So this is another one of those beautiful marriages of rules and fluff all coming together in a.
We'll have to see if it's worth the risk, because the risk of your opponent getting a victory token out of that, if anything, just cancel out your bounty.
Yeah,
because you're token up.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, if you can get your bounty and they get Grogu anyways, then so it's going to be tough because, like you were saying earlier, you're going to want to play him up close and aggressive probably. But then again, if you can give up a victory point very easily, that's not necessarily. You still might have somebody who can run in there, grab it, and then leave because you can claim your own forces can claim the child also.
Yeah,
that's true. Or you play safe. You play him like a sniper and keep him out of range and just use a special rifle and just take people out.
Or you're playing with IG and you just kind of yeet Grogu over there if things are looking dicey.
Fortunately, you can't hand them off.
No passing the football.
No passing the football. But we'll get to how IG can use Grogu a little bit later. But for command cards, so I said I don't know how we want to read these off. They gave us 1 command card in the reveal on day 1. And on day 2, they had a gameplay using Din where they talked about the other 2 command cards.
Okay, well, let's just start at the bottom. So, Pip 1, what is it?
Okay, well, that was, let's see. So they showed off Whistling Birds, a 3-pip.
Yeah, it's a 3-pip.
Okay, you want to do that one first?
Yeah.
All right, Outsider Dan, why don't you go ahead and do that one?
So, Outsider. During this activation, Din gains, and this is an action, choose up to 3 enemy units at range 1 and in line of sight. For each chosen unit, roll 1 white attack dice for each mini in that unit. That unit suffers 1 wound for each crit, hit, or surge result.
So another auto damage.
That is another
and
auto
this
damage.
Is a pseudo flamethrower effect auto damage.
I mean, it costs an action, right?
Yep.
So does attacking.
So he's attacking.
Maximum of 3 wounds possible. Is that right?
No. So
Actually,
for each.
Wait,
hang a second. This is not an attack.
No, it's not an attack.
It's not an attack. So he can still do an attack and use his ability.
But it costs the same action either way you're attacking.
Each mini in the unit. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So
Yeah,
it's
that is a
so if you
big
have
difference.
So
Yeah.
if you have 4 units,
Yeah, it's flamethrower-esque, where you're throwing a white die for each unit in there. So it's a 3 out of 8 chance to auto damage something in that unit.
That's much better than the first time I read it.
it's like better every time.
It's a little bit,
more auto damage. I'm like, I'm agreeing on the slippery slope statement.
So, I mean, again, this is going to, he wants to be close, right? This is a range 1 thing, right? So he wants to, you want that jetpack, you want to get in there, you want to throw this car down and try to just burn people and do some damage with this.
Then I'm not thinking it's not worth taking Grogu then, because you're really putting a risk.
Right, so it's going to be
maybe it's like not. Yeah,
it's one of the things. Like, which way do you want to play it? Do you want to play for the long game, or do you want to come in and do the damage? So yeah,
you could always adapt to the circumstances because He is versatile, so
I see what you did.
depending, yeah, I'm not proud.
So,
Anyway,
so while they were playing the sample game on Friday, they gave out his 2 other cards.
no pictures of this. Just
No pictures,
basically what
just
they
yeah.
said on
So
stream.
basically, as they were playing the card, they were reading off.
Yeah.
This is the 1 pip. So caveat, asterisk, grain of salt. This may be, this may not be read in like rules legalese. They may have just been,
Yeah. It's probably. I would expect if they read it, it'll probably be coming up in one of those mini articles on Tuesdays, kind of the scene to
Hopefully.
stats.
Yeah. Hopefully, LJ's been writing some more.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Well, I know. Yeah. Anyways,
So anyway, yep, they did drop the "This is the way" 1 pip. Din gains Relentless and a dodge token. So after he moves, he can do a melee or range attack, and he gains a dodge token.
cool.
So I mean, this is harkening back to some of the earlier command cards where it is not 3 paragraphs of text.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to when we get to Boba's cards. But anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty straightforward. You just want to run up and smack someone hard. That's the one to do it.
Okay.
Okay. And the 2 pip, I like those odds. Gain 1 aim token, and after performing your first attack, you may make an additional attack against a different unit.
Very
So
Son of Skywalker.
Son of Skywalker, but gunslinger.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is This guy's
pretty
just
hot.
a little ball of death
Yeah.
around
I
him
like
on
it.
there.
I like it. Are we missing some upgrade cards for him too? We must be.
What do you mean?
Because we've
not
just
sure.
got the Amban rifle.
Yeah, the Amban rifle, the flame projector, and the Mando. That's all that we have seen
that's
so
all
far.
Oh, okay.
That's all
I
I've
mean,
seen.
that is.
They did
exactly
say
the
that he
slots,
will
but-
include, and it's on the back of the box too, a Beskar spear.
Oh,
But
okay.
it was not
No
included
dark
in
saber.
No, oh yeah, that was actually specifically said. This version of Din does not have the dark saber yet.
The second version of Din confirmed.
Well,
So I guess we can assume it'll be a melee weapon.
oh yeah, the Beskar spear, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming pierce of some kind. But
Yeah,
we'll
some
see.
pierce or something.
You're going to be so surprised when I throw that spear at you.
Probably what is immune to lightsaber wielders,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's going
So
to be
yeah,
the,
pierce,
the best
immune
cover.
pierce.
Immune to pierce.
Yeah,
and-
melee immune to pierce or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's actually pretty hot.
So yeah, no, they specifically said during
Settle
gameplay
down, settle
that
down.
he does come with a Beskar spear, but they were not specifically using him in that in
Okay.
the gameplay.
Okay, I like it. What else?
So that
the last one?
is Din. Oh no, that's all 3 command cards
that
for
was
Din.
all. Okay.
So IG-11, his bestest buddy. What's up?
Oh, I was going to say, any talk about the models? Like the actual models themselves?
On Din or
I
on
mean,
Grogu?
we saw
on
the
Grogu.
picture, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
oh, right,
oh yeah,
right.
so
Grogu
I forgot if we
models.
mentioned this. So yeah, they
Yeah.
talked about the sculpting in the first day. Sorry, there's just so much info. The
yeah,
didn't really go
yeah,
down.
yeah, people have to listen to this.
We've got sheets of paper here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they talked about, because they had one of the sculptors on during the first day to talk about the sculpts, and they mentioned that they really, really wanted the Amban rifle to be sculpted on him somehow, somewhere. But they found that the stance and the way the shoulders were angled and whatnot, because they were really trying for that drop from the hip cowboy style, which is what the sculpt
Yeah.
they got.
Yep.
As unfortunately that torso really didn't work with holding a rifle. So yeah, Din is going to be monoposed. And there's a few other models coming out that are going to be monoposed too. So we're
Yeah, I almost feel cheated after seeing so many different
Well, I
models
mean,
that have multiple poses. You know?
Yeah.
I guess they had to spend that plastic for Grogu, of
I
course. Since
guess.
Grogu does get 2 models
Only
in
two?
the box. In
Oh,
the box.
in the box.
In the
Okay.
box.
Yes.
And apparently there is a special Grogu model that's going out for stores,
Yeah.
right?
So in the box you get the best sculpt and the only sculpt that anyone should do, like Cad Bane's hat. This is Grogu eating a frog.
Yes.
There's a second one of
Or
him doing-
Grogu eating Cad Bane's hat.
Yes. All right, great. Yeah, custom modelers, get on that. There's one of him doing the magic hand thing. And then, yes, the special edition model, which I need to go back and rewatch that paint stream because I was catching the mainstreams. That's what I missed. Yes, there will be a special edition Grogu model separate box that will be sent out to stores. Where I'm not quite sure at the moment of how they're going to do distribution on that. But that will be a soup bowl holding Grogu as well.
Nice.
And they did
Plus,
show that
we
one
got
off.
some Grogu swag from LVO's past that
Oh,
we
yes.
can actually.
Oh yeah, the
Paint up. Yeah, the little guy in the little-
guy.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah. So there will be potentially 3 different sculpts for Grogu out there.
And
but we'll see.
the nice thing is you're going to have extras because when you inevitably sneeze or even breathe too hard and it goes flying across the room because it's so small, you'll have backup.
You got to throw
Grogus.
some magnets or other weights on the bottom of that.
Yeah. I'm thinking just trying to glue it to the base and like, oh, it snips. Woo! It goes flying. Very sad. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. So
IG-11.
IG-11.
Beep boop, beep boop.
Beep boop. Yeah, the Brobots are back, and we'll talk about IG-88 in a little bit, but IG-11. Oh, man. So, when do you guys want to take this card?
Well, I'm just going to say really quick, Asmodee, again, hates Beskar armor and doesn't give armor to the Mando, but gives armor to the robot. So IG-11 gets
So you're
armor
mad at
1.
them for not using a rule that doesn't exist.
It's Beskar armor. You've literally seen him.
Yeah, they get
take
impervious.
He gets a gets
That's
shot.
what impervious is. Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyways, okay.
Well.
IG-11, 105 points, same as Din.
Same.
Rebels and Imperials. We got a training slot, we got a comm slot, we got a gear slot, and what's that last one?
Programming.
That's right. Armor 1, which is absolutely fine, no problems there.
Nope.
Gunslinger, which is awesome. Impervious. Wow, it's like he's got armor and Beskar.
He doesn't search.
Programmed. And Sharpshooter 1. This is a red dice save, 5 health, 2 courage. I don't think it will happen, but wouldn't it be funny if he goes into panic mode, he just detonates? It surges for a hit, and then we've got the melee attack, which is 4 red, overpowered, just whap, whap, whap.
So this is
That's a
K2.
lot.
So K2 and this guy punch the same.
Oh, man. So hard punches. Modified E11 blaster, range 1 to 3, black and 2 white with Pierce 1. And then modified DLT 20A, range 1 to 4, 2 black and a white.
I will say that I guess his armor 1 compensates for not having a surge to defense, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he's metal all the way through.
Right.
Yeah.
Mandos are technically, the hard candy shell, but with the soft nougaty center.
He's at least
But it's
40%
so delicious.
Dolomite, so, yeah. Gunslinger on a range 1 to 4 weapon.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
spicy.
This is, again, that's what I said.
I
like,
have him on pre-order.
and this is another thing that Cassian kind of has with his command card that gives him the ability to have gunslinger and then the sniper rifle. So again, are these guys? I think they're the operative slot and the hero slot is so crammed now thanks to all these mercenaries.
Choices.
You mean not having choices because you're picking this because it's automatically the best.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't know. We haven't gotten to Old Man Boba yet. But
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, these guys are just adding such a fun flavor to this game. As a Rebel player, I've been watching all these other factions get such neat characters, and finally, like, yes, I'm getting Din. Yes, I'm getting IG. Like, I'm just excited.
as an Imperial player?
I said Rebel player.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, 'cause you make it sound like the Rebels are getting this exclusively. No.
Yeah, it's like you mean the one faction that is considered the Hero Hammer faction?
Damn.
You're complaining that
right?
you're just now getting characters you
No,
like?
I'm
Come
saying
on.
we're just getting more.
Veers and Boba Fett are just kind of looking over from the
like-
shelf saying,
like,
hey,
what the hell?
come on.
So for that programming slot, we got one of the few cards that go into it.
Yeah, who knows how many there's going to be.
Yeah,
too.
they did say
could be
that there will be ones not shown that will make him more aggressive, but the one they did show was the nanny programming.
Nanny.
And I love the art on this. It's him on the speeder bike with Grogu
the baby carrier.
in the chest of baby carrier, just holding shooting. So IG-11 only, Rebel only, because we did mention IG can go in Imperial, so this can't do it.
Let me guess, they're going to get the Imperial only bounty hunter mode
No,
or
I
something.
mean,
They might have something
Maybe.
Imperial,
Well, okay.
Imperial specific,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
While building an army, Grogu gains counterpart IG-11, so you can pop Grogu onto IG-11 as well.
Nice.
And then IG-11 gains AI dodge move. So this actually does give him an AI, and he does have programs, so he does have to take a program. So I'm assuming all of his programs will give him AI in some form.
Yeah.
But AI dodge move, does that inhibit him at all, you think? Or are you going to be move shooting anyway? 'Cause with the gunslinger and the...
I mean, as far as AIs go, I think I prefer that one as opposed to if you can shoot, you must shoot.
Because he doesn't have independent, so actually...
Right, that's a good point.
So that's conducive to put a command token on IG-11, as opposed to most of the mercenaries, which you don't get some sort of benefit for not getting it.
But I could imagine being like, if you must shoot something and you've got a range 4 weapon, it means you're going to be, spending fire at maybe suboptimal targets. So I'd much rather have a dodge or a move there.
It's just weird. Like, this is definitely like going with the nanny programming. I think it would make more sense if Grogu had like secret mission, because honestly, like, why would I bring Grogu with him? Right?
Because you want to bring Grogu?
Yeah.
I mean, there's the roll of die and hopefully get something beneficial.
Yeah.
With the risk of
Yeah.
with the risk of having the victory point on you.
Right.
I don't know if did you mention this was specifically a droid trooper? I mean, it makes sense, but
Oh yeah,
that
I mean,
is
he's
a
a droid,
special
obviously.
rule.
Yeah. And he does not have bounty, interestingly. So I wonder if the other program will give him bounty.
Yeah.
Good. Good thought there.
Well, a droid that does have bounty on it. Do we have any command cards for him yet?
We have the ones that were showed off in the gameplay.
Okay, so we got another gameplay text.
Gameplay one, because one player was playing IG-88. Who was it? It was Will Pagani playing Rebels versus Schick as Empire.
Battle of the Wills.
Yeah, Battle of the Wills again. He did play the card that went for both of them, IG-88 or IG-11, called a Machine Made for Killing, which was a 2-pip, Demoralize 3, Steady, and gain an aim token.
That's similar to yours, but a little bit different, because Outrider Dan is a machine made for dancing.
Oh, yes, he is. Dancing, anyway. Puns. But yeah, nobody was taking IG-11 on his own in the game, so we don't have IG specific cards, we just have the share card.
Okay.
Which, I mean, Demoralize 3, Steady, aim, that's pretty hot.
Yeah.
I mean, you use that AI move to move, shoot.
Yeah.
And then you gunslinger.
Pew, pew, pew.
And you use that aim, and if you're close enough to something, here, have three suppression.
It was just such a cool scene with, IG-11 just striding down the boulevard, just voguing with his guns.
Spinning around.
Yeah, it was so cool. Anyways, yeah.
So, on to his, I mean, the way this card is, I'm assuming he's the crankier of the two.
I mean,
he didn't have his morning coffee.
He didn't have his morning
coffee.
coffee.
He got to hang out with Darth Vader. So.
True. Oh, we didn't mention earlier that they did say verbally that IG-11 does have a self-destruct command card.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I kind of love that feature. I think it's just fun.
So IG-88 is an Imperial droid only. And actually, I might be coming up too early with this. They didn't mention if any of these mercenaries can go into Shadow Collective. So as a recent Shadow Collective adoptee, I'm curious to what these what of these guys I can use in that. But anyway.
I know it's kind of crazy, but I kind of hope that there's an interaction. Like if IG-11 plays his 1-pip to explode, and it has like some kind of cool effect on it, but you have Din in the list also. He can tell you not to explode.
No. I'm sure the card will be May. But...
Yeah, and it can heal instead or something.
But 88, 110 points, so 10 points more expensive. Armor 1. Arsenal 2. So instead of Gunslinger, he's shooting 2 things at 1 target, as opposed to 2 things at 2 different targets. Bounties baked in. Impervious. Sharpshooter 1.
And no programmed.
No programmed, yeah. He's his own droid who don't.
That's right.
He's his own droid who don't need no programming.
No programming here.
But otherwise, actually, his stats are very similar.
Yeah.
5 health, 2 courage, red defense die. He does surge to crit, though.
Again, no surge to defense.
Yeah, no surge to defense. Training slot, comm slot, and gear slot. His melee, though, is a little different. Vibro cleaver, single rainbow, pierce. But the 2 ranged weapons are actually identical. The Mando's the 11 blaster 1-3, black 2 white, pierce 1. Except it does get versatile.
It does get versatile, yeah.
And then his long range DLT 1-4, 2 black 1 white. So yeah, at range 3 he's throwing 3 black 3 white, pierce 1 with the gunslinger.
It's pretty cool.
Sharpshooter 1, yeah. So
He's way better than IG-11 also.
you think so?
In fact, he is 77 better. All for 5 points.
He's crazy 88s.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So I mean, just a few little tweaks. You can see how they make it feel different. Like he's focused on one target versus IG-11's focused on multiple targets around him.
Surge to crit as opposed to surge to hit too,
yep.
which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting how IG-11 has the nanny programmings with the Grogu with a really nice melee thing, right? So you're trying to like, well, do you want to be close or not? But IG-88 is really focusing on let me stay away and just blast everybody.
Are you mad that this is Empire only?
No.
The Rebels don't get IG-88. You
That's
shouldn't
what I'm
have
hoping,
it.
because I mean, yes, some of these characters are time period specific.
Yes.
You know, post Return of the Jedi. I can see why they don't fit into Shadow Collective. But 88 was floating around as early as the Clone Wars.
Yeah, he's a robot.
Yeah, so
I mean,
he could definitely
IG-11 was in the Clone Wars, so
So yeah, I'm hoping these two, or at least one of these two, can be in the in Shadow Collective. Though I mean, if
Makes
you're
sense.
Imperial, you can take both of them. So if you want to run Brobots,
ooh,
bring back the Brobots from X-wing.
Yeah, right.
that would be cool if they had that as a battle force, like have Vader
Droid
and
Uprising?
then- well, just have like the bounty hunters, like
the bounty
orders
hunters.
from
Oh.
Vader or something.
So you have what,
IG-88,
7 operatives, and
Boba Fett.
That's too many
IG-88, yeah.
man, the command hand office. Oh god. You can take 12 command cards. Anyway,
You gotta shuffle it.
so IG-88's they didn't show off any of his cards during the card reveals, but during gameplay they did play 2 of his cards.
Wow.
It was 1 pip, focused on the kill. Permanent. While performing attack against the target that has the bounty, under the effect of the bounty token, so basically if whoever your bounty target is, they cannot use tokens. So while IG is attacking them, can't use tokens. If he is over his wound threshold, he does not die till the end phase. I kind of paraphrased it there. But if you kill him, he doesn't die till the end phase.
Wow.
So, if you get to shoot him before he activates, he at least still gets that last activation on you.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty neat.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like them being able to not spend any tokens too. That is.
Again, going back to like you're playing with the rules a little bit, right?
Of
No,
course,
no.
that's how you play a game.
They've
You
already
do
used this
rules.
mechanic in
Yes,
Maul's
this is very
1
good.
pip.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
2 pip, independent programming, permanent, independent dodge 1. If he orders himself, he gains a name.
Huh.
So it's not target, meaning if he receives an order. If he issues an order to himself, he gets a name. But still, if you're using mostly his command cards,
Yeah.
he at least gets independent dodge 1. And so basically like Mando's, except reverse. I mean, if they get an order, they get a dodge. If they
That's
don't
a
take
command card?
That is his command card, independent programming.
Huh.
So I think that's an early game. Yes, you play that turn 1 just to get
Oh,
that.
that's a permanent thing.
It's a
permanent thing, yeah, that's a
okay,
permanent
thing.
I'm
Get the permanent
tracking now.
in.
I'm tracking now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
that's much better. I was like, that seems a little underwhelming for a command card. Never mind.
Yeah. So they did not say. Well, let's see. If they said it comes with 5 command cards, that's 2 each in a shared one. So that means everything the IG-88 can take was spoiled. So 1 pip and 2 pips, which interesting.
Anything I can do, you can
can
do, I
do,
can do better.
or IG, yeah.
Yeah.
Old man Boba.
Okay. Gentlemen, respectfully, shut up. I'm going to read this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we made it item
No, I'm
3
excited.
of 20 so far.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be Rebels. That's it until we get the Boba Fett Daimyo Battle Force. But anyways.
Yes. We were talking about that before the
Oh,
show.
man.
Get a little Freetown affiliation going on. Some Cobb fan
Absolute speculation. That is
Yes.
not a rumor or anything like that.
I mean,
we're just wish listing.
We're blue sky.
Yeah.
Wish listing this one here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Boba Fett, the old and the wise.
Boba Fett.
As opposed to the young and the restless, I guess. But 120 points, so he's not exactly the cheapest out there. But you pay for that experience because he's got 2 training slots and 2 gear slots. That's all. All right. Jump 1, Arsenal 2, Impervious, Independent Standby.
That's fun.
Oh, that's delightful. Sentinel
On top of that.
on top of that.
To
yes.
pair with the standby.
With Sharpshooter 1, Tactical 1, Fett's Gaffy Stick. Wait.
Gadurfi.
Gadurfer?
They use the official, like the fancy name for Gaffy stick
Do I
is
have to
Gadurfi.
scream that at
Yes.
okay, I'm not going to. 3 red and a black. Oh, man, that's nice. And Fet's EE3 carbine. 1 to 3, 3 black, Pierce 1. So same old
with surge to
EE3.
crit. On top of
yes,
that.
he does have surge to crit, surge to defense, red defense dice, 5 health, 3 courage. So, and yeah.
So yeah, when they were talking about this on the first day, they said this was the first 100% AMG designed miniature. They didn't say unit, but miniature.
Okay.
So
All right.
the him standing on the rock with the
for the
Gaffy
model
stick,
or
the
for
model,
the rules?
the model.
Okay, the model.
Yeah, the
Okay.
model.
All right. Tactical rocks.
yeah.
Got it.
And they said that he will have a helmeted and unhelmeted option. So if you're really good at painting up scarred faces,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can do that. They said that specifically this was the Mando design from season 2, or Boba Fett from Mando season 2.
Okay.
Not from Book, because this was developed before Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, because
they had info on that.
Time. But still, I mean, that one scene where he's in full Boba Fett mode. Do we get knee rockets in here too?
Oh yeah, well we'll see his command cards.
Oh buddy.
Speaking of command cards, they did say that both Bobas can use all 6 command cards.
Nice. Okay, so you got some options there.
Yeah,
I like everything I've heard so far.
yeah.
Okay,
His command cards though, they are very wordy.
there is a lot of words here.
Take a breath.
We'll take
We'll take a
turns.
breath.
Outsider Dan, why don't you take the 3-pip?
Where's the 3-pip?
That's on the second page there. We're gonna work our way backwards. We're gonna do a 3, 2,
There
1.
it is. All right. Rule with respect. Boba Fett and 2 units. So while Boba Fett has a face-up order token, when a friendly unit at range 1 and in line of sight of him makes a ranged attack, add 1 black die to that unit's attack pool. Well, that's a nice little bonus.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I'm a little sad they didn't go with the other one. Is it better to be feared or loved? Why not both? I'd like people to be afraid of how much they love me. Michael Scott.
Yeah, I was
Boba
about to say.
Fett. Yeah.
Okay, Michael. So yeah, I mean, even on original Boba, have him, sitting in the back with a bunch of snipers rolling 3 black die attack pools, or I don't know. I'm sure there's some
interesting.
interesting ways to kind of break this.
Yeah,
It's adding some fun stuff to
that
this game.
is. Huh. All right. Outrider Dan, number 2, please.
Number 2, but the titles of these go better if you read them 1 to 2.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well, the third one was kind of on its own. Let me do the first pip.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a simple man. 1 unit. If Boba Fett is not issued an order with this card, Boba Fett gains Marksman this round, gains 1 aim token, and increases the range of his ranged weapon by 1 to a maximum of 5. If Boba Fett is issued an order with this card, at the start of the activation phase, a unit at range 1 of Boba Fett may perform a speed 1 move.
So the unique thing on this, it's 1 unit. It's not Boba Fett, so he can pass this off to someone else.
Mm-hmm. He's much more of a team player with these command cards, and I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I'm a simple man, followed to the 2-pip.
One other comment on this, on 1
please.
pip here. I know it says increase the range of his weapons to a maximum of 5. His built-in weapon is only 1 to 3.
Yeah, so like,
was thinking-
I was just thinking that. Like,
how is this going to do this? And
What?
Arsenal 2, when he only has 1 built in, they did mention that there will be equipment cards that give him more weapons.
Or perhaps long
Boba
shot.
Zamban rifle.
Yeah, so both now. Because he doesn't have an arsenal,
Or
but he does have
perhaps the
some
long
equipment.
shot keyword somehow, right?
Yeah. So more interesting things to come. But after he's a simple man, he's also making his way in the galaxy.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like my father before me.
Yep.
Wait.
Issues an order only to Boba Fett. Boba Fett may not perform attack actions during his activation.
Another one of these, huh?
Yep. At the end of his activation, Boba Fett may perform an attack with only the following weapon, so they cut out the arsenal there, against each enemy unit at range 1 and line of sight. So he's borrowing Grievous's card.
He's going Fury mode.
Yep. So it's melee to range 1, red, black, blast, impact 1, versatile.
He gets angry.
So-
He gets angry.
So even if he's
Yeah.
in melee with someone, he can then versatile out to everyone else at
Yeah,
range
just
1.
like-
This is like Boba Fett walking tall, going to town with a 2x4.
Well, you mean with a Gadurfi stick
Yeah,
and,
the Gadurfi,
and knee rockets and just because the blast impact 1.
You talking to
So,
me?
yeah.
You talking to me?
So yeah, if he jumps in and gets buried. Well, speaking of which, we didn't mention. Well, we did mention jump 1, but only speed 2.
Just like
So yeah, well, not just like Din. He does have jump 1, so he does have his jetpack. So he's kind of the older,
It's not
slower.
Boba Fett, if you know
He's
what I'm
not young. He's not a young, spry, not Sarlacc eaten man.
Nor tiny Boba, sad with his dad's head.
Man, I'm at the. As a
that's
Separatist
good.
player, don't you really want Jango though? As a droid player,
Yes.
So
It's got to be a matter of time,
Yeah.
though. It's got to be on a list
Yes,
somewhere. They're like,
they've got.
and then it will be Django Unchained, and we're gonna get him, and he's just gonna be ruling the galaxy, like the simple man he is.
So it's just going to be a headless model?
I mean, you can model him however you want, there, buddy. You still use the silhouette template.
That's right. You model a little kid with a
Just
Boba
make it,
holding
make
the
it,
head.
just magnetize it so you can.
Wow.
Because
Okay, I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting it to go this way, but okay.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
What?
And to round out the Mando wave, my boy Carlos Esposito, Moff Gideon, his mustache moved 1,000 ships, and Dark Troopers. They did.
Imperial's really winning on this wave.
Yeah, I mean they're getting a lot.
They're
Yeah.
a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
we haven't even gotten to the real.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But they did say that these will be coming early 2023. So this will kind of be the late half of the Mando wave. Let's
Am I
see
missing
here.
a page?
Nope.
Where's Moff Gideon?
Moff Gideon's card was not revealed.
Oh, well, that's why I can't find it.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Keep looking. Keep looking.
looking.
It's
Okay,
there.
I'll,
It's there.
maybe you'll
Keep
find
shuffling.
these
Keep
five
shuffling.
papers
Yes.
over.
So
Every
unfortunately,
day
Will Schick did say specifically they are holding that for future releases because there are a couple things coming up right around the corner.
Next year's Ministravaganza.
Well, we'll talk more about that, but yes.
Oh, good.
But anyway, they did show off those beautiful Dark Troopers. Oh man, I'm already thinking. I gotta talk to Jeff. He did some auto paint experiments doing his C-3PO. I wonder if we can chrome these guys. I want to get a Terminator vibe. These guys.
Oh, nice.
See if we can Cylon Terminator kind of. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You should put some holes in them, like they've been shot, like all the way through.
Yeah.
Or have one that's been crushed like a can. That'd be fun, too.
Just the thumb sticking up from a lava base. But anyway, thumbs up hand. But anyway, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah, a little
What are
bit.
we talking about?
So the models are a little bit. I mean, not only do they look beautiful, but one interesting thing, and the sculptor on day one mentioned this, that they're trying to get away from flight stands. So they're using effects for flying poses now.
Did he mention why they want to get away from it?
No, they just said they just want to use effects, and I'm like,
I get that.
I don't know. I'm like the AMG, the MCP is leaking over here.
Well, that's the same studio, so that makes sense. Not really a leak. It's the studio.
They're doing that thing. That inconsistency and the whole little yes, so they modeled them with little jets coming out of their feet.
Yeah.
So they look like they're Iron Man pose flying.
I mean, it's neat. It's
Which
not-
I mean,
I'm
they did that.
That's cool
but
looking.
Dan, you're the guy that went and bought how many specialist packs of troopers just to make sure you got the exact models you wanted with the nice hard plastic. And you're going to
weren't
give
hard plastic,
grief
but they were
about the
showing-
robot boys here? Wow.
Well, okay, so I like my models to be, this is my policy, as in the state that they are used most frequently, and them jumping around with jet feet was only for one instance, and gameplay purposes only being used for one command card.
I'm sorry, they
Which
couldn't
didn't show.
fly inside of the light cruiser.
Yeah, well, because they're
But they did fly
Could've bummed
around
around
it
it.
when they got jettisoned. Come on, man. But anyways, you
Anyway,
can
yeah.
always do some hobbying
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
not excited about it. If you like to use flight stands, use flight stands. I know Jeff's been using those little smoke plume trail 3D
For his
printed resin
Mandos.
ones. Those are fantastic. I love those. But you got options, If it doesn't look exactly the way you like it.
The aesthetic I
some-
want from these guys is just the endlessly advancing army, and having a rocket launcher guy trying to aim a rocket launcher in his shoulder while flying. I don't know what kind of accuracy you're getting out of
They're
that.
robots. It doesn't matter.
Those pinpoint.
What would make you happy? 1980s Kenner, in the action
Yes.
figure pose in the box still. So they're
bendy
still...
elbows.
Yeah.
And
Wait, which Kenners did you get? That was all G.I. Joe.
we
right
only
there.
had 5 points for articulation.
Oh.
Anyway. So their card.
Yep.
It looks beautiful and has some very interesting things on it.
Very interesting things.
So you get 3 models for 95 points,
95.
but they go in the heavy slot.
Yes. I'm so excited for Trooper Heavies.
Trooper in the heavy slot.
Well, Droid Troopers.
Yeah, well, they are specifically droid troopers, of course. Armor and plotting. Yes, this is the glorious return of the plotting keyword.
That was removed.
That was removed, and actually removed so far. It was removed from the RRG.
Yeah.
When they dropped it
Yep.
from the eWebs.
The eWebs, yep.
So
Interesting.
to refresh everyone's memory, plotting is you can only make 1 move action per activation.
So you could say it was plotting its return.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Who let you in?
My house.
They are very unconcerned.
Nonchalant.
Who let this
even.
guy in?
Yeah.
Yeah. They fly casual.
Unconcerned keyword. This unit cannot benefit from cover, and miniatures in this unit cannot be repaired or restored.
When
So
you
they
die,
give.
you die.
These are the honey badgers of Legion. They give no Fs.
No.
So, I mean, there's no point in actually maneuvering them to be behind cover at all. So, literally, with these guys, you are just marching them straight at your opponent.
Yep. They are cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are
2
the
health,
cover.
no courage because they're unconcerned, or dash courage, infinite courage. No surges either way, red defense die with full armor. So, only speed 1. So you actually are going to need the next keyword to actually move anywhere with any particular speed, because they are unstoppable. This unit is, and I should just paraphrase this because
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
go
easier
for
than the paragraph here. So basically, these guys get 2 command tokens in your bag, and if they have 0 to 1 face downs, meaning you can not activate it or activate it only once, you can activate them again with the second token you pull from the bag.
That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I really like this. And if we're going to be all jumping on the slippery slope thing, I hope that means it's going to open up potential rule mechanics, maybe even in the Ewok list. But remember that little Quickling guy in the Caravan of Courage? I'm just saying, if there was a target for a 2 activation model.
Oh, but I like, although the description in the reminder text is very wordy, I do like this mechanic. This is a very nice mechanic.
It definitely softens the blow of what's going to be a very expensive unit, I think, because...
Well, it only gets more expensive.
Yeah, let's hear
because
about it.
upgrades, we didn't talk about upgrades yet.
No, we didn't.
2 heavy slots and a personnel slot and a programming slot.
Do we know anything that could possibly go in there?
We don't have cards,
Okay.
but we do have the models, which were shown. So we can see that of the heavies...
Yeah.
There's a guy with a giant rotary chain gun, and this is bigger than a Z6. Kind of, it's like he yanked the cannon right off an A10. Like
So they'll be rolling
Burbot,
black dice instead of
Yeah.
white dice.
well, actually, we do have his dice. I'll get to that in a second. They do have a rocket launcher boy, who is one of the ones on the flying effects, which is anyway. And then with another guy with a what I can only describe as Final Fantasy level giant cricket bat of a sword.
Trying to take back the child? That's a paddling. But you got options here.
but you
There's
got
obviously going
options,
to be
yeah.
a lot of plugins there, starting at about 100 points, going up from
starting
there.
to, and
Ooh.
if this trend of and also has a personnel slot, so an extra guy.
You got to think, it's going to be like 20, 25 points for just a regular dude.
Oh, regular dude, actually, no, at 100
Wait.
for 3, it's going to be
300,
it'll be probably low 30s.
30 to 33.
Yeah.
It seems like they discount them a little bit.
They
just
do
for the
discount, so I
extra.
can say it'd be like 28, 29 at
There
the
you go.
least.
Yeah.
But probably 30.
And then like 50 to 500 points
yeah,
per
for
heavy
these
model.
guys here.
You're definitely going to commit to these units in your list.
Yeah.
For double activations, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, the Dark Troopers were used in the sample game that they played.
Did they win? Did they kick butt everywhere?
They weren't able to complete the game in the 2 hours they had.
Oh.
So standard Legion
Standard
game.
Legion game, yes, exactly. But the Dark Trooper Heavy, they used, was it Schick used the rotary guy and the rocket launcher guy.
Oh, buddy.
So the rocket launcher, at least what they verbally said on there, is range 2, because they didn't call it really a rocket launcher. I think it was more of a grenade launcher, which is weird because it uses the rocket launcher model of the HH-12. But anyway, 2 red, 1 black, and it has blast, it exhausts, but it does have cycle.
Oh, nice.
cool.
Okay.
I like that feature.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They just need to retcon all the rocket launchers and ion blasters and
Or
everything to have.
he's a
cycle.
robot guy handling it. Why do Magna Guards not have to exhaust? Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway. The rotary cannon is range 3, 4 black, and crit 1.
Okay.
So, I mean, just pew, pew, and pew.
Wait, so which one was this?
The rotary.
The rotary.
Cannon. Yeah.
Okay.
So range 3, 4 black, crit 1. Considering they don't naturally crit.
Okay. Okay. All
Yep.
right.
So, and we didn't mention this. I keep saying because I'm jumping around here. The naked unit only has 1 black, range 1 to 3. It's the E11D.
Yeah.
And his melee is 1 red, 1 white. So,
Okay.
he does punch pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we
they
saw
got
that in
the
Mandalorian.
piston fist. Yeah.
Why didn't they call it Piston Fist? Dang it. They called it Crushing Punch. Should have been Piston Fist.
I wonder if they'll do something where these guys may actually provide cover, like, light cover to any unit behind
Well, it
them.
doesn't say it on
Well,
here.
they are a vehicle, and they are on legs. So with
Wait.
existing
It's,
rule
it's a
set...
heavy, right? It's
a heavy.
It's a heavy.
Oh, no, he's not a vehicle.
Not a
He's a
vehicle.
trooper.
Yeah,
You're
it
right.
was like-
But
He's in a
but-
vehicle
but-
slot. That's
Yeah.
what
It's a
threw me
vehicle
off.
slot. That's why I'm wondering if the
No, I think that would be on the card. One thing I am concerned that's not on the card though is any kind of flight options. That
Well,
there's no jump.
yeah.
Where's the jump? Dan?
Exactly.
Dan.
So why did they sculpt in these effects if there's no jump on there?
Right. They
It's
need
on
to
a command.
get out there.
It
so you can
almost
jump
seems
around.
like you're leading to something.
What is it?
You're making my point for me, sir. Now, there
Hey!
is a command card that they did show. The 2-pip for Moff Gideon. You have something I want. 2 units. This card cannot be chosen during the first round because it's a little broken.
Yeah. I hope the
Sound like
next card, the 3-pip, is you have something I need.
After orders have been issued, choose a friendly Imperial Dark Trooper unit that has a face-up order. So basically with these 2, you want to put it on your 2 groups of Dark Troopers. Remove that unit from the battlefield, keeping all tokens, and then place it on the battlefield beyond range 2 of all enemy units, then flip their order token face down.
It's rapid reinforcements.
Yeah. And you use one of their 2 activations, because remember they get 2 activations, to basically reposition them in a rapid reinforcements manner.
Yep.
I mean, this totally overcomes
That's
their slowest.
okay. I like
That's
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say anything about keeping all tokens. That includes objective tokens.
Right.
So if they have a box, they have a hostage, they have the Grogu, they are holding something important, that you can just say, I'm gonna jump right the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
So,
that's really, really cool.
I'm hoping that doesn't become a negative play experience. Just
And they have 2 order tokens each, right?
yeah. So they get 1 activation after doing this little jumpy do.
Is Moff Gideon going to get retinue Dark Troopers?
Retinue or entourage.
Or Entourage. excuse me.
Entourage Dark
yeah.
Troopers or
Yeah.
something to get more Dark Troopers. I don't know how
Let's
he can.
spend 500 points on 3.
I was about to say,
support
like, how
units.
can you afford it? 500 points on 3, 500 points on 2.
Yeah. I was being optimistic.
Oh man.
That is super cool, though.
So yeah, that is pretty crazy. What else did I miss in my notes? Oh yes, we forgot that Grogu's command card was actually said on the gameplay. So jumping back to Grogu for a second here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
His command card is called the
cool.
hand thing.
It is the hand thing. Do the hand thing. Come on, kid.
It is a 2-pip. When a friendly trooper unit at range 1 to 2 is declared the target of attack, you may discard this card from your hand to give that defending unit 2 dodge tokens and deflect.
Nice.
So this is the interesting thing that's not really obvious. You're discarding this from your hand in the middle of a attack. This is not played like a command card.
No.
So
that's kind of you get out of jail free card. You get to play once.
Right. So you're using a command card slot in your hand to get a emergency OS button.
Hey, Outsider Dan, how does that work with contingency? I need an answer from you right now.
Such a Richard.
No, I'm feeling this doesn't, because contingency is not technically in your hand, and it says discard from your hand. So, yeah, I don't think Lando can abuse this.
But
I love children.
It doesn't seem to indicate, though, it has to be like a lightsaber wielder, though, right? So it can be anybody,
Yeah,
right?
so no, it doesn't have to be. So they gain deflect as part of this card.
Yeah,
so
which
anyone
is
gains
neat.
deflect. So Grogu is deflecting it for them.
Yeah.
Because of the hand thing.
Because the hand thing. It's
hand thing.
I don't know if I can call it
Regular core troopers are deflecting
I've got to rewatch
shots.
season 1. I could have sworn my what's the term for it? Mandela effect is that he said the magic hand thing. But every reference they're saying is just the hand thing.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Huh, okay. I was planning to do a rewatch soon anyway.
Yeah, so we'll have to see on that.
Yep. I'll keep an eye out for it.
So I think we should take a break right now, because we have gone through a lot.
Yeah, we've actually recorded an entire episode without a break. So that was our giant-sized A topic. And we got more to talk about here in just a second. So if you're still with us, Mazel tov. We'll be right back. Hey guys, Matt here to tell you about our friends over at 6UP Supply. If you're like me and don't have access to your own 3D printers, 6UP Supply has you covered with a whole suite of printing services to bring those awesome files to life. The Outriders are proud to be partnered with 6UP, and you could find special themed terrain, gear, and tokens with a big discount for Patreon members in the Outrider Central section of the website. And that's not all. You can also get terrain bases, game supplies, tools, LED kits, and more. Stuff is being added all the time. So stop by the number 6upsupply.com and use coupon code OUTRIDER to save 10% on your next order, and let them help you up your game.
You are receiving the Legion Outriders podcast. Ending the transmission now would be most unfortunate. And now, the Outriders.
Okay, guys, welcome back. We're on the B side of the topic. We're going to be going as fast as we can to get through this. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to take our time. Break this into a
make sure you
second
play this episode at half speed, like Outsider Dan was saying.
Yeah. Or double speed.
Double
Yeah, 4 hours of content.
If you want it really slow.
So before we get to the meaty topic, I'm gonna just go over real quick the Dynamic Exit organized play kit, which you got to see at Celebration. They did bring that out. They talked a little bit about it. They mentioned it's a infiltrate the base, steal a cargo kind of a heist scenario.
Yeah.
Where there's going to be one team playing.
I don't know what you're
guards
talking about.
yeah.
I took no pictures of that whatsoever.
You did not get anyone in trouble.
No, nobody. It's fine. Everything's fine. How are you?
Move along.
But what's that? You can hear those horns in the distance. Yes, they did have a big segment on Ewoks.
Yay!
Will this bring John back to the game? We don't know.
I don't know. The 30K has him in its steely grasp.
Jeez. But the art that they showed was amazing. I sent that to everybody in the chat.
Yes,
there.
it is. It looks really good.
I love that. They called it their museum mural, like the the Endor Natural History Museum art, because it looks.
They call it the Murder Bears Teddy Bears Picnic.
Murder bears.
But they did say that Ewoks are slated for later in quarter 2 of 2023, of course.
We're a little bit late for this year.
For the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary.
Oh, wow! Really?
Yeah.
40 years.
Yeah. Does that make you feel old?
Yeah. Really happy, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, I just started listening to the audiobook for a certain point of view. It's been really good so far. The 40th Strikes.
The Empire Strikes Back one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, not as good as the first one. I like the first one a
really?
little more. But anyway.
Okay.
I'll get out. Anyway. Where was I? I was thinking, though, they said quarter 2. Mm-hmm. You know what's in quarter 2? May the 4th. It would be awesome if they dropped it on that, but they said late quarter 2, so I don't think they're going to make it on that.
Yeah, that's early.
It's going to be
Yeah,
on a boat
month.
on May the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they said that there will be 2 versions of the Ewok core troops, just like the Wookiees. There will be a kind of melee with spears, and a ranged version with slings.
The face I just made. It's going to be fuzzy and extra fuzzy wuzzy.
Yep. The heavies that they mentioned, there was an axe specialist, which is going to be, of course, your big melee.
Yeah.
And a trapper. So I'm thinking saboteur-ish. Because they mentioned that the trapper can set traps. And then, of course, somebody else on the panel said, "Oh, yes, I love log traps." And they're like, haha, log traps. I don't think they're log traps. It's probably,
No.
I'm assuming mechanically it'll be very similar to a saboteur.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Maybe some immobilize in it.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Rather immobilized than explosions. So
Yeah.
that'd be kind of interesting.
They are a rebel battle force, of course. Makes sense.
Naturally.
Ewoks will be mercenary, though. And they said that they will be able to be brought in regular rebel lists.
Really?
So, yeah,
All right, well,
if
that's
you want to
confirmed.
export some Ewoks off of Endor and include them as regulars in your army.
Have Australian-style drop bears.
I'm just waiting for the meme Care Bear paint jobs and
Oh my god.
all sorts of...
Oh, my
They're gonna be so cute.
Thank you
They're
for
gonna
putting that out there, Dan.
Care Bear stare.
They said that
With
we...
the trapper, it's the Care Bear snare.
Bravo.
you.
There's a golf clap going on right now.
So the Ewoks will have large groups, meaning many models per unit. They said that this will be the highest model count per unit
Like
of anything in Legion.
CIS level, kind of like.
So is that including the B1s?
So they said that's all they said was this will be the highest model count per unit.
Okay, because there was speculation that they had not considered that, or at least it was going to be in the same neighborhood. But anyways, okay, at least plus one. Probably.
So basically, what you're saying is white defense, white offense.
I mean, we'll see how they do it because there's going to be the stabby guys and the slingy guys.
I'm sorry, do you think they should have the same punch as like
I'm
an
just saying.
A280
Hey, I'm
with their
just
slings? I mean, slings are
just
historically
saying.
pretty
Oh,
awesome, but
They did mention that they are going to be good at melee and have good anti-infantry, but not good versus armor. Which makes sense. I mean, they're little bears.
I mean, kneecaps are one thing,
ATSTs have really big knees, though.
That's so high.
True, they are high off the ground and they are very short. But no, they said in the battle force, you can take rebel commandos and the hero units that were on Endor at the time. So I'm showing your Luke, your Leia, your R2, your
Rex.
Han.
Probably not Luke, probably Han.
Yeah, Luke.
Han,
didn't really.
yeah.
Well,
Luke,
technically he was there.
He was there, but by the time of that battle, he had already gone off to do his thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
they're
true.
always a little fuzzy, right?
Yeah.
Luke on a speeder bike?
Luke.
Yeah, that's right.
It said that they will not be good with morale.
Oh.
They'll actually have unique rules for suppression, and supposedly will be more affected by suppression. Because apparently
that makes sense,
they got
'cause-
very panicky. And
Well, remember
Negative
that
one
one.
suppression.
If we can all just go back to the scene where that one little Ewok dies and his friend was like, "Oh,
And he said, "Come on, get
there
up,
you go."
get up."
That's perfect. Beautiful, a beautiful marriage of rules and fluff. Once again, sad Ewoks.
Care
No,
Bear
of course.
cry. Care Bear cry.
since they won't be good at versus armor, though, they did mention a special unit that'll be coming with the battle force.
Oh my goodness! Is it going to be the glider?
No, it's going to be a certain Wookiee commandeering an ATST.
Well, let me think. How many Wookiees were at the Battle of Endor?
So there will be a Chewie ATST
Shut up!
as part of this battle force.
Oh my goodness!
To make it even crazier, it has incognito.
What?
I don't know. Fly casual. Wow.
No,
Okay.
no, you're
Incognito?
incognito on an ATST.
Well, there you go, Rebels.
Can you
Get your
be
ATS.
incognito with an ATS?
It's done up in Imperial flavors, you know?
Yeah, it's an Empire thing. Oh, that's one of our other
It is one of
ATSTs.
ours.
I mean, this is
Yes.
K2SO again, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's one of our guys.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Now, of course, being that vehicles can't interact with objectives, basically until you get close or until it shoots you, which you have an ATST with incognito. What are you going to be doing with it? You're going to start shooting.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to be keeping that incognito for very long.
Yeah.
Just tippy-toeing up the fields.
Like, hey guys.
Tap someone on their shoulder. Hey, what's up?
I mean, maybe
Boss said you could take a break. I'm taking over.
maybe you use that to get to because no one remembers ATST as weak point rear. So maybe you wait until you get around your opponent's
there you go.
weak point of a vehicle or something.
I wonder if it'll have transport.
What? Because it's got guys. Well,
So you can.
nah, there was only the two Ewoks and Chewie in it in the
Well,
movie.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, Chewie.
Unless he's gonna like Tarzan swing down
Well,
onto
yeah.
it. Or... No, I think it's just gonna be an ATST. I wonder if they're gonna put a little like Wookiee
sculpt?
commander that you
Sculpt
can just
you can
stick
pop
in
on
there.
there.
Yeah.
Well, here's another. Unfortunately, they didn't take the first opportunity of Blizzard Force, but another opportunity to put a hard plastic ATST out.
Wait, I thought the ATST was hard plastic.
It was Wave 1.
It
It's
was
soft
hard
plastic.
though. No,
It was not on sprues.
wasn't it?
It
Oh
was-
well,
it
it
was-
was it was snipped already, but I don't
No,
think it was soft.
It
Really?
was soft plastic.
Huh. I don't have a problem with the current sculpt, so I wouldn't hold my breath on it.
I mean,
Not that I make the decisions, but
the hips you can't angle in or out to get the proper. Anyway,
oh, okay.
yeah, and the ankle joints only go one direction. Anyway,
So you
what are
want
you
to have
talking
the
about?
Yeah,
So
so
no.
full ice skating ATST on the logs, right?
if you watch the movie, you'll see that the hips actually go out at a specific angle, but the one that's in there, it looks like it's just the straight-on parked position. The
Okay.
Bandai ATST kit, which is pretty close in this, has these features, and it looks a lot better.
I would like to counter with if you watch the movie, you see Luke doing sick flips through the air, and yet I can't make his model do that.
He has jump. It's in the rules. But anyway.
Oh, okay, join me in the theater of the mind.
as
tonight.
long as we have a sculpt variation where it's smushed by the two logs all crushed.
Use
in.
your hobby creativity. What? With like Chewie's arm sticking out of the slot or something? That's
No,
horrifying.
Now they
You're
did
a
show
monster.
they did show the art for the card of Chewie ATSD, and it is Chewie, of course, doing his triumphant, standing out of the top hatch,
Yeah.
double
Okay.
fist in the air, and it's hard to see in the art unless you really kind of brighten it and zoom in. But they do have the two little Ewok faces in the
Oh, in
viewports
the eye holes or
in the eye
whatever.
holes.
Zoom
So-
enhance. Yeah. Nice. I
So
like it.
they also said that the Ewoks that are the named Ewoks, the character ones that are not Wicket, will be very support oriented. And they specifically called out Low Gray, but I'm sure Chief Chirpa and
Paplu
and all them will be. But of course, Wicket,
Ewok
I'm sure.
Shaman and
I'm sure Wicket will be a little freaking murder ball of
Cuteness.
cute.
A murder ball of cuteness.
yeah. When
Oh, he's so cute.
yeah, when he's not simping for Leia,
And to up the insanity on this list, because we've already seen enough insanity, they did mention one of the upgrade cards that the Ewoks can take. Insatiable Curiosity. This card will allow Ewoks to steal heavy weapon upgrades. And I have no idea how they're going to do that mechanically.
What?
Again, this interesting mechanics.
I have no idea how they're going to do that mechanically, but apparently they can steal, like, they mentioned, he hops on the speeder bike and steals it, or, like, steals a gun. I'm like,
Oh, you got a Dark Trooper extra heavy? Oh, cool. Mine now.
yeah.
So if they defeat a unit, they have a chance to
I-
loot the crap out of it.
I have no idea how this is going to work mechanically.
Wow.
But they call it,
The Star Trooper is not with
Insatiable
me.
Curiosity.
do you suppose the Chewie ATSD is going to be a unique thing?
Of course. I don't think you can have more than one of those.
Two ATSDs.
Because there was only one Wookiee in that battle.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't see everything that happened there. There could have been an unnamed Wookiee. But,
Yeah.
And of course, to oppose these horrible murder bears, they did mention that the Imperials will be getting a battle force opposite of these called Tempest Force, which apparently was the canon name of the Legion My Best Men sitting on Endor.
Legion, yeah.
Yep. They of course said it'll be a scout trooper speeder bike focus, and that there will be a new named ATSD character
Oh.
that will
okay.
be going with this.
That's cool.
Did not mention if this is going to be a print and play or a physical box, though. I'm assuming a print and play.
Yeah. What was the name of the
Tempest Force.
Tempest? Okay. That's a much better name than Dinner.
Yeah, he was using those stormtrooper helmets as drums.
Mm-hmm.
What did they do with the heads that were in those helmets?
I'm just saying.
They were having a hell of a party. Who was catering that?
I mean, Han and Luke almost ended up in the stew pot. So
I mean, the food was delicious. They all seemed very happy.
I didn't see any of the rebels partaking of the party platter there.
Yeah, this is going to be a very shenanigan-y battle force.
I think this will appeal to a very specific style of play.
Oh, yes.
And now they have something that they can express themselves with.
Oh, yeah. Oh man,
until we get the Gungans.
you're not wrong, sir. You are not wrong.
They're coming.
Oh
No, they're not. Okay, that's again pure speculation.
They're coming.
Yeah.
they're
they're
totally coming.
It's
All
not.
right.
It's not a matter of
Send emails
if,
directly
it's a
to
matter
outside
of
of
when.
When.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fall of next year.
All right. So that leaves everything that was released up to the last day and the full of surprises stream that everyone was assuming was going to be. What are they releasing? What are they? That's going to be the most vague thing on the schedule. And I forgot to say, for the first half of everything, special thanks to Seth Conrad on Facebook. He did a lot of synopsis for this.
Hey, thanks, bud.
Yeah, making up for my times previously when I've forgotten.
You actually, yay! You made the note, so we can thank Seth.
And on the last day full of surprises, Rowdy Canadian on Discord did a good summary.
Thank you, Rowdy Canadian.
Yeah. So these guys will be...
It's an oxymoron. Sorry.
Hockey hooligans.
Hockey players, come on.
Yeah.
Well, no, I did see Canadian Bacon, the movie, with John Candy. And those were some of the nicest writing people ever.
Yeah. Take off, you hoser. All right.
Anyway, on this stream, they revealed 2 models.
2. Wow.
So yes,
Not
there
one,
was
but
some
2.
there was some wailing and gnashing of teeth from the X-wing and Armada people because this was just called a Star Wars stream and not Legion stream. But anyway, they showed off Ahsoka and Asajj Ventress.
Yay! Well, I mean, Ahsoka was all but confirmed, I think.
Well, they
multiple
was
times.
confirmed in the previous Ministravaganza.
Short of showing us a model or
Yes.
a card or something.
Now, this was a very, very early showing because the models shown were actually resin prototypes.
Oh.
So they weren't plastic. They said they did not have plastics, like the actual production samples yet.
Okay.
So they did.
I've got a little bit of hope then.
Yeah. So mentioned that they would be released.
Perhaps a New Hope?
Yeah, a new. Wow.
That's an old hope.
Anyways. These will be released supposedly mid to late 23.
Okay.
So they're a bit farther out than most of the stuff that's been
Right.
shown. They were both developed together at the same time. So they're kind of mirrored to each other.
Ta-da.
Yep. Let's talk Ahsoka. So operative for Rebels. Yes, Rebels, not Gar.
Interesting.
So this will be the fulcrum version of Rebels, as depicted in the Rebels TV show.
I was looking at the sculpt, and I was like, wow, it must be a season 7 one. So
No, actually, it was the
it is
Rebels.
fulcrum Ahsoka.
So yes, all of the Facebook, the Discord, the Gar channel. There is some
That's
more.
what that noise was.
Yes, that's what that noise was. Yeah. Though they did say that she will be released in a wave that includes a new Gar commander. So there is other units coming alongside there that will be a Gar commander.
Getting Cody?
Yeah. Well, they didn't say what it was, but
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, Cody, another Jedi. There's
Wolf.
plenty of that. Gar Ahsoka, and because of course chat was blowing up about that. Where's our? Did say that Gar Ahsoka will come afterwards. They mentioned that they had so many possibilities for a Republic Ahsoka. They said that it could be Padawan, could be Commander version. Hell, they could even do multiple versions.
Yeah. Interesting. So operative fulcrum. Okay, I like it for Rebel. Oh, nice. Okay.
Which, of course, as a Rebel player, Outsider Dan,
Yep.
you glad to get your second lightsaber user?
Oh my god, yes.
Other than,
But is there room in the operative slot with all this stuff that's coming out?
I mean, it's just battle forces. I'm just gonna load them all up.
it's another tool in the toolbox.
Yeah. Was it?
I'm glad that's actually, because that'll be out after the Ahsoka show.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like 2 years after, so that's
Well, yeah, sure. So you get some
kind of
Ahsoka
nice.
love, but
Yeah.
of course, with development cycles taking 2 years,
Right.
anything that's referenced in the show, of course, will not be included in this model. But
Yeah, that's fair.
yep. Of course, I think it was Krabbuck actually asked in the chat. I hope one of her command cards is "I am no Jedi." Well, Wilshik said, "Well, what do you know? Her one pip is titled I am no
Really?
Jedi."
Wow.
So, didn't say what it did, of course, but
Yeah.
they mentioned that Ahsoka will be more protective oriented, as opposed to Asajj, which we'll get to a little bit in Asajj.
Oh, yeah.
And they did say that dev work had not yet started on Ahsoka when Wilshik name dropped her at the last Ministravaganza. She was only on the schedule. They had done zero work yet.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
I'm sure he internally probably got a ruler across the knuckles,
He got a
like
little
what are
memo.
you? Yeah, saying what are you doing?
Send them to the pain caves.
Yes. Now, Asajj, though, will be an operative for the droids, which makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not a
That's cool.
not mercenary version that comes like bounty hunter version that comes later in her story.
Right.
They said she's based more off of the Sith assassin kind of Dooku apprentice from the Clone Wars movie and Clone Wars Season 1.
And 2.
And well, yeah.
I'm actually in season 3 right now, and she just got betrayed by Dooku, so fresh in my mind.
Yep. I actually asked in the chat, are her markings, her tattoos, going to be sculpted or not? And they came back that her markings are not sculpted. So
it's just mostly the
the chin
little
thing,
chin,
and then the back of her head, she's kind of got the little like veiny coloration on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you got to freehand that stuff, which luckily is not as bad as Maul's, but
Truth.
And she is supposedly more aggressive oriented.
As you would think.
I mean, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, where it is. So they're kind of like a dichotomy mixed together. They both will have dual sabers. So they implied that they will have attack pools very similar to Grievous, where there'll be
Okay.
2 different cards that you can kind of mix around multiple. And both of them will have 4 command cards, and one of which will be a quote-unquote teamwork card, meaning kind of like Chewie, where it works with
Oh,
this.
okay, I
Yeah.
see. Oh, interesting. Well, okay, obviously Asajj with Dooku.
I'm assuming Asajj with Dooku, and then I'm curious who Fulcrum
Yeah.
will work with.
It's got to be Op Luke or something, right?
But she isn't really...
Yeah.
Or
Directly
it
with
just
Joe
may be
Mando.
generic. It could just be like you help anybody.
Unless
That's
that wave
true.
has... I mean, Sabine is the only Phoenix person out right
There's
now.
a good point.
So unless another Phoenix Squadron person comes
Ezra
out at the same
Bridger
time,
confirmed. No.
I'm sure Ezra will be on the Thrawn wave, but we'll see.
Oh, that reminds me. Congratulations to Tumnus on his 4th child, who he's named Ezra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, super cute.
4th child.
I like that.
Hey, Tums.
Yeah. Where was I? Sorry. But yeah, that's what they showed off on the last panel there. And of course, there's been well, I shouldn't say nothing but there's been quite a bit of stir on both the Discord and the Facebook about clones not really getting much this Ministravaganza, but they just had the last wave.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Kashyyyk wave.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, there's always, they could throw a print and play Battle Force out.
Yeah.
They are getting these commanders they mentioned as part of the same wave. Like, it's coming. It's coming. Well, I mean, as an Imperial player, I've been sitting on a chance to paint more models that I haven't taken for a while because we haven't gotten anything new. So, yeah. Closing ceremony was pretty short.
We're done.
Yeah.
Pull the plug.
I mean, it was literally 8 minutes, and they said, hey, but they did mention that some things coming up, of course, same weekend as LSO,
Yep.
San Diego Comic-Con,
Yeah.
where they will have they didn't say so much a panel, but they said on Friday the 22nd in room 7A that Simone, Wilshick, and Dallas will be in a room talking about Legion. Hopefully they'll have something new to
Come
show
on up
there.
to the hotel room.
Yeah.
We're gonna have we got a bottle of vodka. We're gonna
Yeah.
kick back and talk some Legion.
And, of course, the big thing after that, LVOs in 172 days.
Got your list
but no,
ready?
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
But with the return of most conventions, they did announce that AMG will be going down to 1 Ministravaganza a year because they'll be using the rest of the conventions to show off more things.
Go back.
So
to
Makes
the
sense.
thing.
it sounds like we're losing, but we're actually gaining because there's more than one other convention they'll be doing. So instead of 2
Or
Ministravaganzas,
are they just diluting the pool?
would you have little things more frequently or a bunch of stuff all at once like
Yeah,
this?
I like the little thing.
Do you want to do more of these episodes this long? Or
Yeah, right?
That's a good point you bring up there. Way to hit me where I live. All right.
You got to edit
Oh,
all
this is
this.
Oh, so yeah, so we have a lot to go through
Edit.
and edit. Well, yeah, I mean a lot to digest with all this
Yeah.
is what I meant. Oh man, there's just so many good things on the horizon,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that they're really putting the love and energy into this game.
Okay.
Probably much to the chagrin of some other games.
Well,
but
yeah, I was trying to find a more political way of saying that.
Political way of saying, oh, I'm sorry.
We love you guys. Get wrecked.
No.
No, absolutely. What would you say, Outrider Dan, is your favorite thing?
The Dark Troopers.
I already knew you were going to
Well,
say
yeah,
that.
so
Empire
hot.
player, duh.
They're so hot.
Yeah.
You ready for your 95 points plus?
No, that's definitely gonna be plus. It's probably be 200
Like
points.
150 points.
And I
probably.
really want to see what Gideon said because was it Gen Con's just in a few weeks too? Like I have to look up the date on Gen Con again.
Yeah, it should be coming up soon.
But yeah, like with this much they've dumped, and I said that of course last episode where I'm like, well, they already showed so much where they would have had Ministravaganza. What are they going to show at this? Well, geez, they definitely have a lot to show. So we'll see what they have to say at Gen Con.
They're going to have to put the Moff stash on display.
Yes, no, I do want to see Moff Gideon.
Outsider Dan, what are you most excited for?
Oh, the Mando, man. There's
Mando.
no question. I just want to play him.
The
Get
main Mando himself.
get Grogu out there, start popping shots, infinite range, and just putting damage in. Maybe come
Giving
in.
up victory points.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
winning games. I don't know.
other than they announced 2 full battle forces that are coming for Imperials, but not for anyone else. So I'm curious if they're going to keep some symmetry in that and coming with more. Well, they did announce the Ewoks, I guess, as a battle force. So that counts.
Rebels.
I wonder if they're going to keep it asymmetrical with the amount of battle forces out there, or if they're going to try and do parity, where they're going to have to release, another GAR, another CIS.
It's probably something in the middle there. It's like if there's an obvious opportunity for a battle force to come out, they've got the units, they've got some good ideas for cards, then yeah, go ahead and release it. But not all the factions have the same exact amount of units available. I mean, clones are clones, so I guess we'll see how that goes. But anyways, guys, thank you. Outsider Dan, appreciate you joining us
Yeah, it was fun
today. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in for another supersized episode. And if you have any news, questions, or feedback, you can email us at legionoutriders@gmail.com. Stop by our Facebook page where Outrider Dan is always assiduously putting the hottest memes and news there for you.
I actually didn't upload much for this Ministravaganza because I was at work 2 days of it, and I spent literally the last whole day typing up and organizing all of this here. I was up till midnight last night. Getting that.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah.
Wow. So if you want to give him a piece of your mind, feel free to reach out to him. And where can people find you, Dan?
On the Discord at Dan Tech or Outrider Dan, and also hang out in your streams where you've been playing one of my favorite games, Satisfactory.
Yeah, we've been doing some Satisfactory, plugging that into some Star Citizen. But you can find that at twitch.tv/captain_archer, or find me on the Discord under the same name, or Outrider Matt, or just as Archer. Outsider Dan, where are you found? Nowhere last time I checked.
Well, I mean, I'm on Discord too. It's hilarious, but also in real life.
Yeah,
let's get some games in.
If you're ever out visiting Vegas, just shoot a message.
Always up for a game.
Yeah, shoot a message. We've had people come into town and say, hey, I'm going to come into town, and we've set them up with a local. So if you're ever coming out to visit Vegas and want to get a game in, just let us know. All
right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. I'll have a report on the Lone Star Open and how awesome I did over there with my amazing list.
Which do you finalize the list, or are you planning on keeping that secret?
It's my T-47 list.
Okay.
I'm just going with that. That's fine. I have nothing to hide. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, Outriders.
This concludes the current episode of the Legion Outriders podcast. You may cultivate a tactical advantage by observing the Outriders on Facebook or Twitter at Legion Outriders. Wisdom advocates subscribing to the podcast. Acting otherwise is reckless.